What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beasts of all ages, shapes, and sizes? Welcome back to some more of that sweet, delectable, tasty, you gotta love it, you know you need it, you really can't live without it, knowledge juice, aka salmonella, academe. The taste of knowledge juice. We're here to check out some adorable little ooh-ooh-ah-ahs, some monkey-unkies, chimpity chimps, but the true stories about these chimpy chimps, man. Cute little monkeys. I love little monkeys. I actually went to the zoo years ago. Random story time. Went to the zoo down here a long time ago. And had a cute little baby monkey, like this small, little cute little baby monkey, right? Like he was a fresh newborn baby, right? He must have been a smart monkey, because that little monkey escaped its freaking cage and somehow landed just on my leg. He was just chilling on my little leg, right? Just straight up chilling, right? So at first I was freaking out, but then I thought, oh, he's kind of cute. He climbed his way up to my shoulder and just chilled there. Like, he just chilled right there on my shoulder, man. Just random cute little baby monkey on my shoulder. Cutest fucking thing in the entire universe, man. And believe it or not, he actually did not poop on me at all. The people had to come get him and put him back in his cage. But it was still freaking cute as hell. But we're going to see the true stories about chimps. Link description down below to my main man, Nella, academe. Ooh. Post in the comments right now. Have you had any experience with chimps, monkeys, gorillas, or any of the awesome familia? Post in the comments right now. But we gotta get it. True stories about chimpity chimp, yeah.
Hey kids, so we all know that, as far as living things go, humans win, not even a contest. But it turns out, if you hop to the next genome over and look real carefully, you can actually see a basic version of a lot of the stuff that makes us so great. Here's some stories about what chimpanzees can get down to in the right context.
Ooh.
Talking about chimp tails. Now, North Korea's Pyongyang Central Zoo has a colorful history, from its humble beginnings as literally just 50 badgers in a fence, to the parrot they taught to recite poetry praising Kim Il-sung, to being the only place in Pyongyang where you can look at a dog legally. It seems the only thing that's remained constant throughout this zoo's life is that it's fucking depressing. Fortunately, both workers and animals alike found ways to cope, one of which is smoking. Azalea the chimp is currently 13 years old and is one of the shining stars of Pyongyang Zoo, purely for her ability to burn through over a pack a day. Now, I like a good old-fashioned smoking chimp as much as the next guy, but whereas most zookeepers would probably try to talk her out of something so unhealthy, the North Korean ones actually gave her supplies, just like, feeling trapped, welcome to the club, pal. Her skills are actually pretty impressive. Not only can she use a later, but in a pinch, she also knows that old schoolyard trick of lighting one ciggy with the other. Just a shame that her mind wasn't put towards something a little more healthy or productive.
Cool, actually.
Nah, you know what? That's pretty dope, actually. I'm happy with that. Flashback to 1954. A chimp named Congo was born in the London Zoo. Little did anybody know, this ape was a prodigy. Out of curiosity, one of his zookeepers, named Desmond Morris, decided to give Congo a pencil and a piece of cardboard to see what he'd do. Almost immediately, he started drawing some rudimentary lines and shapes. Morris was like, whoa, and decided to let him try painting on for size. And what he saw was incredible. Congo created these beautiful renders.
There is no way she did that. There's no way she did that. There is no way. No way. There's no way a monkey did that. Oh my God. Yo, after taking art classes for 10 trillion years, like, I understand what it took to make this. There is no effing way that a freaking monkey could. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
A blend of realism and self-expression that would make even the great masters stare in awe. Nah, just fucking with you, they're garbage. But for a non-human, they're still.
You lying son of a bitch! You had me infested. You son of a bitch! Damn it! I knew it. I knew there was no effing way that you son of a...
Something to be appreciated here. Congo had at least a very basic sense of composition. Like, you can see there's some balance to the images. Matter of fact, when his handler would make shapes on one side of the page, Congo would deliberately mark up the other side to maintain some kind of symmetry. He also had an artist's sense of self-entitlement, because whenever his owner tried to take away a picture before Congo thought it was finished, he'd literally go apeshit, all throwing a fit and screaming till they gave it back. But hey, painting done by a chimp, you know who likes pointless novelties like that? The incredibly rich. In 2005, 3 of Congo's paintings were up for auction next to works by 2 obscure little artists known as Andy Warhol and Pierre-Auguste Renoir. And while the 2 actual artist pieces went completely unsold, these 3 beauties got picked up for the scant price of over $25,000 US.
I'm sorry I keep stopping the video, but like I gotta get some. See, this is why people don't like art. This is why people sometimes hate on art, because quite literally a monkey with a brush who just did this gets the painting sold for $25K. $25,000 for this. And I'm sitting here. Also, shout out to my girl Jamie. Shout out to my homegirl Jamie. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. She made these, right? She gave me these before she moved away. I miss you. But look at this. Look at it. This is beautiful. This is amazing. She got 2 other ones over here. I'm just gonna show myself off. So we talk about art, right? Look at this shit. Look at this amazing shit right here. Look at this shit. Look at this. She made these, right? She painted the cups. These look fantastic, right? Beautiful. Yet a monkey with a mother effing paintbrush out this hole just decided to do $25,000. 25 mother effing $1,000. Shout out to my girl Hannah. Check this shit out. Look at the description. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this amazing artistic wonder. Look at this. I can't do shit like this. Like this is not something that I can do. And yet a monkey, monkey decided to just have that there. And then $25,000 later, this man, This is really freaking good, man. Look at the description. Y'all give my people some love, man. This is some really good shit. This is really freaking good. This is actually a part of my merch too. Like she let me put this on one of my merch shirts. Link in the description too. So give them some love.
The guy was like, wow, I felt something for a second there. I really like the watermark on this, by the way. Like, this is my painting done by a chimp. Anyway, next we have this beast called Washoe. Washoe was the first non-human creature to learn to communicate through sign language. That's right, eat shit, Coco. Prior experiments in chimp communication had attempted to teach him some basic spoken language, but after realizing that chimps are physically incapable of making most of the noises we do, they decided signing would be the better option. Washoe was raised in an environment similar to what a human child would experience, complete with toys, clothes, chores, and even being allowed to sit at the dinner table, in spite of what the Bible clearly says about that. The scientists raising Washoe made sure to only communicate in American Sign Language around her, in the hopes of establishing a true conversational rapport. Initially, they took a traditional Pavlovian approach by rewarding proper use of a new sign with food and tickles. But there were a couple problems with this. Firstly, the simple action reward setup meant that Washoe didn't have to really understand the words she was signing, the same way a parrot saying I love you in a YouTube video always does it with those cold, unfeeling eyes. Secondly, Washoe would break into a laughing fit whenever they tickled her, to the point where the lesson would be essentially over. So the researchers abandoned this and instead just let her learn through observation of her caretaker signing, with much better results even in the total absence of reward stimuli. And the only downside was that the job title of designated chimp tickler ceased to exist. In total, Washoe learned around 350 individual signs in ASL, and she'd even use these to formulate novel phrases for new objects. Like one time she wanted to talk about a thermos, but didn't know what a thermos was. She goes, metal cup drink.
We do the same thing with over 1,000.
Scat! A similar story comes from a chimp named Lucy, who was raised by one Dr. Maurice Temerlin and his wife, Jane. The tale of Lucy's life is why this woman is now officially the 3rd most famous woman named Jane who worked with apes. In the same vein as Washoe, the pair attempted to gain some insight into Lucy's weird chimp noggin by raising her like you would a human. You know, dressing herself, using silverware, making tea, looking at magazines, pretending she knows what a word is, all that jazz. But as Lucy matured, things took an ugly turn. For one, since she was brought up in a basically human environment, she eventually discovered the time-tested human pastime of alcohol. The pair would leave bottles of gin around their home with Lucy, which, I don't know how you'd make this mistake twice, but it was apparently a common occurrence for them to leave her alone for too long and come back like, honey? I think the monkey's fucking wasted. Again. Another one of her hobbies was sculpting crude human heads out of poop. Her own poop, to be clear. They also left some copies of Playgirl magazine around for Lucy to flip through, which she became very fond of. So fond, in fact, that she was caught multiple times, having relations with the vacuum cleaner. I don't understand the mechanics of it, because no source I found ever went into detail, and believe me, I wanted to know as much as you do. All I know is that, all things considered, some pretty exemplary tool use there. So the pair saw this and they were like, alright, we gotta get this chimp laid, and fast. But the problem was, Lucy was conversing with people, eating with people, flicking the old chimp bean to people. So it's not a stretch to think that Lucy thought she was people. So imagine you're people, and you get thrown into an enclosure with a full-grown, horny male chimp. You'd have a fucking panic attack. And that's just what Lucy did. As the years went on, Lucy got more and more violent, regularly trashing the place to get out of the frustration of not being able to comprehend what was so fundamentally unnatural about her existence. Finally, the couple had had enough and decided to take Lucy to a primate rehabilitation center in the Gambia, with the hopes that she could be forced to acclimate to primate life. She could barely cope with it at first, getting real depressed and hardly associating with the other apes. Which you'd be depressed too if you had to give up a life of American luxury complete with booze and vacuum fornicating to go live with chimps in the wild. But with the help of a graduate student named Janice, Lucy eventually came to accept her fate, and although she'd never mate with another of her kind, she ended up getting along with her troop well enough. About a year after leaving the rehab center, Janice came back to visit, and Lucy gave her a warm embrace before.
If you think that's anything wrong with this image, you don't deserve. I legitimately can't read that. He got it in such a small print. I legit can't even read it. If you think there's anything wrong with this image, you deserve something related therapy. I can't. I legit can't read that. He made that so effing tiny. Is there a zoom function?
For waddling back to the rest of the chimps. Aww. Then Lucy got poached like a fucking egg, which kind of puts a
Whoa! Another year later, Carter returned and found Lucy's corpse. She'd been decapitated with her, and her hands had been hacked off. What the fuck?
happy ending, but you know, whatever. So if there's one lesson to be gained from all this, it's that the best way to learn something is to be immersed in it and to make it part of you. While treats are good for making dogs do backflips, true comprehension comes from integrating new things into your daily life. And what better way to do that? Again, go to audible.com/SAMONELLA or text SAMONELLA to 500-500 to try Audible for free. Link in the description. Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm Sam and Nella, and I fell down the stairs this morning.
Oh, good job. Oh, no music. I'm sad now. That is gonna do it for this video. Just pull it. Yeah, much better, right? Yep, the power of sweet, adorable little monkey ahs for the win. Wow, I did not know that chimps had such awesome chimp abilities. Not bad at all. It seems we've had a delicious, tasty, good old-fashioned cup of knowledge juice this fine day, which means the video has come to a close. Link in the description down below to the main man, Salmonella, aka man, giving us that sweet, tasty knowledge juice we all so crave and thrive. But guys, if you like this video, take your beast claws of awesomeness juice and smash that like button. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and beasts of all ages, shapes, and sizes, love, peace, before. Stay beast mode for the epic win of all the wins. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ooh. Farewell.